Ladies and gentlemen, everything is better in moderation, and that goes for moderation itself. The very existence of this tournament at the World Debating Championships is evidence that there is such a thing as too much rational discourse. I have two reasons for this. The first is that as a debater, over the past 2 years, like many Western liberal democracies, I have only grown more angry, more fat, and more in debt as a result of debating. And secondly, that because the problem of informed discourse is that it is necessarily exclusionary to other types of arguments that do not necessarily make sense. But who judges what makes sense? I'd like to return to the topic of the women's debate, that we regret the use of alcohol in social situations. I thought that the next side in this debate did a good job, but what they also did was that they attempted to defend alcohol on a rational paradigm. I'd stress that if it weren't for the yucca night last night, we would have spent another night talking about arguing. And if that argument doesn't convince you, then maybe it's not the fault of alcohol, maybe it's the fault of debating. I recently had an experience on my way here that fundamentally crystallized this notion for me. I was going through airport security at Melbourne Airport on my way here, and I accidentally left my Swiss Army knife in my hand luggage. And the security guard at the airport found it as I was going through the metal detector. And I pleaded with him to let me post it to Malaysia, even though it would cost me a lot. And he said, well, why don't you just take it on the plane then? At first, I was ecstatic that he decided to save me the $50 or so that it would have cost me. But then, as I sat on the plane, I realized what had just happened and I became very angry. The security guard obviously thought that I was too nice of a guy to want to hijack a plane. And that even if I wanted to, I was not strong enough to do it. I was the only armed person on board. I spent the next 9 hours brewing on the plane, considering what would have happened if I decided to commence my own terrorist attack. By the way, I've been told that we're sponsored tonight by this counter-terrorism company, that one. And I'd just like to say, I'm sure if I had started it, you guys would have stopped me first. But anyway, as I sat there on the plane ride to the World Debate Championships, I began to wonder if I myself had been complicit in this culture of Western democratization that has sought too much moderation in the world. This led me to think that maybe it's time that we had another American Revolution. We live in an era of C-SPAN and 24-hour news, and yet Congress can never actually do anything to help people's lives. Moderation has gone too far. And sure, this might cost a lot of lives and resources, but the important thing is that it feels right. I know what you're thinking. Aren't extremist regimes sometimes brutal and dictatorial, like ISIS or Madeline Schultz? What I've learned from the Pan-Arabian debate is that it's not necessarily my burden to defend the most pertinent historical examples of the principle that I'm espousing. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever happens tonight, let's all have fun, and let's remember that moderation also sometimes needs to be moderated. Thank you very much.